If you're hunting for a sleek, stylish way to protect your third-generation AirPods, you've probably come across the Incase Woolenex AirPods Case. It promises premium protection with a refined feel, and at just $9.99, looks like a no-brainer, right? But here's what surprised me. This case isn't all smooth sailing. Despite its polished exterior and cool fabric, there are some unexpected problems lurking beneath the surface that could make you think twice before buying. Today, I'm diving deep into the Incase Woolenex AirPods Case to break down who it's really for, what works well, what doesn't, and whether it's worth your hard-earned cash. Stick around because I'll reveal a couple of critical flaws that even some glowing reviews don't warn you about. Plus offer some tips so you don't end up stuck with a case that doesn't meet your expectations. So if you want to protect your AirPods without sacrificing style or functionality, this review is for you. But first, let's face it, your AirPods deserve better than a bulky, cheap-looking cover, but also something that actually holds up in daily use. Let's see if the Woolenex case can really pull off that balancing act. Right off the bat, the Incase Woolenex AirPods Case has a distinct appeal. It uses a lightweight Woolenex fabric on the outside, a blend that's abrasion-resistant and weatherproof, designed to keep your glossy wireless charging case safe from scuffs and scratches. Underneath that smooth, fabric shell is a rigid, injection-molded Bayer Macrolin polycarbonate frame, which sounds fancy but basically means it should provide solid impact protection without adding too much bulk. The whole package is form-fitting and designed specifically for the third-generation AirPods, and it does allow for uninterrupted wireless charging, so you won't need to take it off every time you want to power up. If you adore the idea of a fabric-covered case with a smart hard shell underneath, this product checks those boxes. However, as much as the description sounds perfect, reality is a little different. One of the first things I noticed after sliding my AirPods in was how snug the fit actually is. Too snug. The case clings tightly, and while that might seem secure, it means popping your AirPods in and out can feel like wrestling with a tiny fabric octopus. Imagine trying to sneak your AirPods out quickly when you're in a hurry. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. So if you're someone who grabs your AirPods multiple times a day like most of us, the resistance may get old fast. Let me pause here for a moment and ask, have you ever bought a case that looked great but felt like a workout every time you opened it? That's the vibe here. Now, onto the fabric itself. Woolenex is branded as durable and weather-resistant, and that's mostly true. The case feels soft to the touch, and definitely adds a level of sophistication that plastic or silicone cases can't match. It's lightweight too, so you won't feel like you're lugging around a brick or muffling the sleek Garmin look of your AirPods. But, and here's the twist, the fabric tends to attract lint and dust like a magnet. If you keep your AirPods in your pocket or bag, expect to see fuzzy bits clinging to your case after just a day or two. You might find yourself cleaning it frequently to keep it looking sharp, which counters the low-maintenance vibe you'd want from a protective case. Speaking of aesthetics, the stitching and overall design are clean and minimalistic. Incase has a solid reputation for marrying tech and lifestyle, and the Woolenex case does uphold that tradition. But the branding is a little elusive. The Incase logo is subtle, almost too subtle, so if you're the kind of person who likes your device's accessories to shout high-end, this might leave you wanting a bit more flair. On the flip side, if you prefer understated elegance, this fits the bill nicely. Now, for the part that might concern many of you, durability over time. The rigid Bayer Macrolin shell inside gives good impact resistance, so if you drop your AirPods from waist height, this case will likely save you tears and replacement costs. But here's the catch. The shell's edges can rub against the fabric over time, causing slight wear at the corners. It's not a deal-breaker, but you won't get that, like new, look forever if you're rough on your gear. Add to that the fact that the fabric can fray slightly around the edges with heavy use, and your once sleek case might look a bit worn after a few months. One more important point, charging. The Incase Woolenex case prides itself on being seamless and allowing wireless charging without removing the case, and I tested this thoroughly. It generally works as promised, but sometimes the fabric and form-fitting design causes the AirPods case to misalign slightly on wireless chargers. This means you might have to reposition your AirPods a couple of times to get the green charging light. It's a minor inconvenience, but something you should be aware of if you're into wireless charging as much as I am. I guess even AirPods can't get away with a little bit of clinginess. Quick joke break. Why did the AirPod case go to therapy? Because it felt boxed in by its Woolenex shell. Okay, back to the review. Who exactly is this case for? If you're someone who prioritizes style with a touch of sophistication and don't mind a bit of extra care in handling your AirPods, this could be a great fit. It's perfect for professionals or students who want a minimalistic, sleek fabric case that stands out from silicone or plastic. Also, if you're worried mostly about scratches and minor bumps, the dual-layer protection has you covered. But if you're extremely rough on your gadgets or want effortless snap-on-off ease, you might find better options elsewhere. Let's talk about the price point. $9.99 USD is a surprisingly low price for what some might expect from an Incase product, especially considering the materials used. That makes this case an attractive option for anyone on a budget wanting a decent upgrade from standard silicone covers. However, I wouldn't recommend expecting luxury durability or perfection at this price. But hey, it's kind of like buying fast fashion for your AirPods. Great look, decent protection, but might need replacement or extra care down the line. By now, you might be wondering, with all these pros and cons, does the Incase Woolenex AirPods case ultimately deliver value? The answer is a nuanced yes. Its sophisticated look and solid materials make it a stylish choice for casual users who value a neat balance between protection and aesthetics. Plus, that form-fitting shell gives your AirPods more defense than basic sleeves. But keep in mind the fabric's dust magnetism, and the slightly tight fit could annoy some. Like your favorite pair of jeans, it takes getting used to. Before wrapping up, here's a quick story. I handed this case to a friend who's a bit of a klutz. Within days, the fabric showed some frays, and the tight fit meant he struggled to grab his AirPods quickly when he was late for a meeting. That experience made me realize that while the case looks good on my desk, in real-life, fast-paced environments, it might not meet everyone's needs. Think of it like wearing a tuxedo to a mud run. It looks sharp but isn't always practical. And one more laugh. Why don't AirPods ever get lost in the Woolenex case? Because they're already tightly wrapped up in fabric drama. To sum this up, the Incase Woolenex AirPods case is a stylish, well-crafted choice for those who want a blend of fashion and basic protection without spending a lot. It's built for third-generation AirPods users who prioritize a sophisticated exterior and don't mind a few quirks like lint attraction or a snug fit. The durable inner shell provides real impact resistance, while the Woolenex fabric adds a unique tactile feel missing in plain plastic covers. But if you're clumsy or want hassle-free quick access to your earbuds, this might not be your best bet. Still interested? Here's some good news. Prices on Amazon fluctuate fast. If you want the best deal, I put the latest link in the description, so check it out before it changes. Trust me, you don't want to wait and miss out on this sleek, budget-friendly protection ready to upgrade your AirPods style. One last joke to leave you with. Why did the AirPods bring a suitcase? Because they were traveling in style with their Woolenex case. Okay, now that's enough fabric fun for today. Thanks for sticking with me through this honest review. If you want more gadget reviews with real talk and no fluff, hit subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, protect those AirPods wisely and keep the tunes flowing clean and scratch-free.